What's up, guys? Jake from One Hive bringing you a video today. It's a little different than what you're used to seeing out of One Hive raids. We're going to go over an attack strategy of dragons, or Dragaloon namely, and this is going to be focused mainly on Town Hall 8. Some of the principles are going to remain the same no matter where you're at Town Hall wise, but honestly Town Hall 8's it's where it's best utilized as far as taking out clan war bases and getting those 3 stars that your clan needs. Money is going to be our, I guess, model today for this because the girls got it down. So both of the attacks we're showing are going to be her attacks, and we're going to break these bases down and show you how she did it. She comes in from the top of this base at 10, 11 o'clock, and so that's what we're going to be watching and looking at what defenses are there. What you're going to see there is essentially 3 layers of defenses, 3 planes, if you will. You've got the archer tower, the cannon, and the wizard tower. You've got the second plane there, which is the most important, the cannon and the archer tower, and then you've got the plane that you want to get to with your balloons, which is the core, or the 2 air defenses, the mortar. That's where you're trying to head to. Okay, you've got to create a funnel. You've got to make your troops go there. She does a good job creating a funnel for her dragons and her balloons. In essence, there's 2 funnels. Your balloons are going to go to defensive targets. Your dragons are going to go to whatever's closest. So you've got to sort of funnel both of them. The cannon here and the archer tower are what could ruin this raid, with your balloons straying to them if you don't have them cleared before you drop your balloons out of your clan castle. She drops a dragon there at both army camps essentially, and starts that dragon funnel. Okay. Another thing those dragons are going to do is they're going to go down. They're going to take out that archer tower and that cannon. If not, if she drops her balloons, they're the closest defense. They're going to stray left or right, and if that happens, those air defenses in the core are going to tear your dragons up while your dragons are taking out that elixir storage, that dark elixir storage, just whatever they're stopping at along the way to get there, because they're going to take out whatever's there. Okay, so that's the key to this raid, is making sure that you take it out to where when you get to that, when you drop those balloons, they have no choice but to go to that core. That core is the closest defensive units. So you're creating 2 funnels, one for your dragons to head in, because you've got to take out those army camps, all that, to make them go to the middle, and again a second funnel for your balloons, because it's got to be the closest thing for them to go to as well. We'll watch it live here and watch how Money does it. One dragon on top, one on bottom. That makes it to where your dragons, in essence, are going to go straight into this base. Okay, so you'll see she right there behind it. She starts dropping the dragons. They're going to go straight in, but they're going to take their sweet time stopping at those elixirs, especially that have a ton of hit points. But right there, you'll see, boom, the cannon, the archer tower go down, drops her rage, and her balloons behind it. Now, there's nowhere for those balloons to go but to the closest defense, which is right in the core. Also, another thing to remember is your rage is going to be much more helpful to your balloons than it is your dragons. Now, yes, you're going to want to rage those dragons when those clan castle troops come and keep them taking those out quickly so your dragons don't get taken out, but your balloons are going to benefit from it. So keep those balloons raged. You saw there they come in, took out the dragon took out the last AD, but the balloons took out those first ones. So once this core's out here, it's cleanup time. She's got more than enough dragons left to take out the few, 2 or 3 towers that were left once the core was emptied out, and there's no question that's a 3-star. Okay, so start breaking your bases down like that. We're going to look at another one. Again, it was from Money. She's just a solid. She's got this strategy figured out, so it was just what was there available for me to look at. We're going to look at another one of her dragon raids here and break down the base in the same way. Now, this one, she comes in from the bottom, so it's going to be just mirror image, basically. You've got, in essence, the same thing. You've got 3 layers of defenses. You've got that front layer of an archer tower and a wizard tower. You've got the second layer that is an archer tower and a cannon, and then you've got the third layer, the one you want to get to, which is your core. Okay, so she's going to create her funnel here. You see the blue arrows. showing where the dragons are going to start. They're going to start creating that funnel for the dragons, and then she's going to wait till there's a Tesla pop right here. She didn't know that then, obviously, and it does actually, it helps if anything because it's right in the center. It's going to draw those balloons in too. But the blue arrows indicate where she's going to drop her dragons. She's going to get that funnel started there, and she's going to wait. She's not going to drop her loons until that second layer, the one that will definitely make your loons stray. If she drops her loons before these two are dead, they're going to one of those two defenses. They're not going to the core, and then they're just going to circle the base, and the air defenses are going to tear up your dragons as they're coming in, okay? So those two defenses going down before she drops her loons are what gives her this 3-star. You've got to take them out. You cannot have them up. Drop your loons, they're out. They're going straight to that mortar, and once they're raged, I mean, it's going to be those 2 air defenses and so on in the center there. Those 2 on the side there, they're not even in closer, so they can't. The balloon can't be distracted there. Once it gets in the core, it's not going to go all the way out to attack one of those side defenses. We'll watch it live here and show you again how Money does it. Dragon on the bottom, dragon on the top. She's starting that funnel. You don't want your dragons to start circling the base either. You want them heading to the middle as well. Once those 2 corners, in essence, are taken out, you can start filling in behind it in the center there, and they're going to go to the next closest base. Excuse me, the next closest defense or building, whatever it happens to be there. Now watch here as she goes in. That she got the archer tower down right here. She drops it at an angle. The cannon's not quite down yet, but as soon as that Tesla popped, she knew she could go ahead with her balloons there, okay? So that's fine. If something like that changes and you can adapt in the raid, that's great. But you see there, she keeps them raged. She drops a second rage for them because she knows that the dragons are nowhere near her second rage. She put those down for the balloons because she wanted it to go back there, get those defenses in the back, and once that's done, once that air defense is down, this raid's over. She knows it. She's got most of her dragons left and only 4 or 5 buildings that can even hit her dragons. So again, you've got to think about it as layers, and the most important thing is having that secondary layer that can make your loons stray. Have it taken out before you drop your loons, and you're going to be more successful. Yes, there's always variables. Things pop up in a raid. Buildings die at different rates. It's not a perfect science, but this is going to help you if you break it down like that. It's going to help you be more successful in your attacks, especially at Town Hall 8, and get those stars for your clan and get those wins, guys. Hope this helped. Like always, this is Jake from One Hive reminding you guys to suck less.